Nobody cares about you. Nobody. Not your excuses, not your feelings, not your plans to start tomorrow. And you know what? That's the greatest gift you'll ever receive. Because while you're sitting there waiting for permission, waiting for someone to believe in you, waiting for the perfect moment, life is passing you by. And nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. So what are you going to do about it? Let me tell you something that's going to hurt. Right now, while you're watching this video, there are thousands of people doing the thing you say you want to do. They're not smarter than you, they're not luckier than you, they're not more talented than you. They just stopped waiting. You think people are watching your every move? You think they're sitting there judging your first attempt, your awkward beginning, your imperfect start? They're not. Everyone is too busy worrying about their own lives to care about yours. Your boss isn't thinking about you after 5 p.m. Your friends aren't analyzing your decisions. That person you're trying to impress, they forgot about you 10 minutes after you left the room. And here's what's crazy. You're using this as an excuse to stay comfortable. You're thinking, what if I fail? What if they laugh? What if I'm not good enough? But the real question is, what if nobody even notices? You're paralyzed by the judgment of people who aren't even paying attention. You're a prisoner of an audience that doesn't exist. Think about that. Really think about it. The person you're afraid to disappoint isn't even thinking about you right now. They're thinking about themselves, just like you are. But here's where it gets beautiful. Here's where everything changes. If nobody cares, you're free. You're completely, utterly, absolutely free. You can fail and the world keeps spinning. You can try something new and nobody's keeping score. You can reinvent yourself tomorrow and nobody will remember who you were yesterday. Nobody cares about you? Good. That means you don't need their permission anymore. You don't need their approval. You don't need to wait for them to validate your dreams or co-sign your vision. The pressure you feel, it's self-imposed. The chains you wear, you forge them yourself. Right now, someone is starting that business you keep thinking about. Right now, someone is posting that video you're too scared to make. Right now, someone is applying for that job you think you're not qualified for. And you know what? Some of them will fail. Most of them will fail. But they're learning, they're growing, they're moving. While you're stuck in analysis paralysis, they're in the arena. They're sweating, they're bleeding, they're living. Because they understood something you're just learning right now. Action cures fear. Not thinking about action, not planning action, not talking about action, actual action. So let's talk about what happens next. Right here, right now. You have two choices. Choice one, you close this video, you nod your head, you feel motivated for about 17 minutes, and then you go back to exactly what you were doing before. You scroll, you distract yourself, you find new excuses that sound more sophisticated than your old ones, and in 1 year, you're in the exact same place, just older. Choice two, you let this sink in, you let it burn, you let it transform you. You realize that the invisibility you feared is actually your superpower. Nobody's watching? Perfect. That means you can fail in private. You can practice in the shadows. You can suck at something for months without an audience. And then, when you're ready, when you've put in the work while nobody was watching, you emerge. Not for their validation, not for their applause, but because you became someone new in the darkness. Think about the caterpillar. It doesn't ask permission to enter the cocoon. It doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It doesn't need an audience to transform. It just does what nature designed it to do. And when it emerges as a butterfly, nobody asks, who gave you permission to have wings? The transformation speaks for itself. Here's what I want you to do. And I mean today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Step one. Pick one thing, just one. The thing you've been putting off because you're scared, because you're not ready, because you're waiting for the right time. Maybe it's that phone call. Maybe it's that first workout. Maybe it's uploading that video. Maybe it's having that difficult conversation. Maybe it's starting that project. One thing. Step 2, do it badly. Do it imperfectly. Do it scared. The only failure is not starting. Everything else is just data. Every mistake is just feedback. Every setback is just redirection. You don't need to be great to start, but you need to start to be great. Step 3, repeat tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that, because consistency beats intensity every single time. The person who works out 30 minutes a day will destroy the person who does one insane workout per month. The person who writes 500 words daily will finish their book while the someday author is still waiting for inspiration. Small actions, repeated consistently, create extraordinary results. And here's the secret nobody tells you. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. You don't wait until you feel motivated to start, you start and the motivation comes. You're waiting to feel ready? You never will. You're waiting to feel confident? Confidence is built through action, not contemplation. Listen to me carefully. Every single day you wait is a day you'll never get back. Every single moment you spend wondering if you're good enough is a moment you could have spent getting better. Every single hour you waste waiting for perfect conditions is an hour someone else is using to build their dream. And the gap between you and them? It's growing. Right now. This second.
You want to know the difference between successful people and everyone else? It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not connections. It's that they started before they were ready. They published before it was perfect. They launched before they had all the answers. They took the leap before they could see the net. And you know what happened? They figured it out on the way down. Because here's the truth about fear. It never goes away. You don't conquer fear by thinking about it. You don't defeat it by preparing more. You neutralize it by moving anyway. Fear is just a signal that you're about to do something important. It's not a stop sign. It's a green light in disguise. Think about your heroes, the people you admire, the ones who made it. Do you think they felt ready? Do you think they had it all figured out? They were terrified. They doubted themselves. They had moments where they wanted to quit, but they didn't. They kept going when it was hard. They kept showing up when nobody was watching. They kept building when everyone said it was impossible. And now you're looking at their highlight reel, comparing it to your behind the scenes, and telling yourself you're not good enough. Stop it. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Stop using their success as evidence of your inadequacy. Their achievement isn't your failure. Their win doesn't mean you lose. There's enough room for everyone who's willing to do the work. But you have to do the work. You have to show up. You have to start. And the beautiful thing about nobody caring, it means you can start right now. You don't need to make an announcement. You don't need to tell everyone your plans. You don't need to wait for New Year's or Monday or the first of the month. You can begin this second, quietly, privately, powerfully. So let me leave you with this. Nobody cares about you. And that's the most liberating truth you'll ever face. Because it means your dreams are yours to chase. Your failures are yours to learn from. Your success is yours to build. Stop performing for an audience that isn't watching. Stop waiting for permission from people who aren't paying attention. Stop dimming your light because you're afraid someone might notice. Do it anyway. Start messy. Start scared. Start now. Because in 10 years, you'll wish you started today. The only person who needs to believe in you is you. Now close this video and go do that one thing. Nobody's watching, nobody cares. So what are you waiting for? Go.